Cope Tears collecting bucket wasn't filled up by the release of the last episode, it's definitely gonna be filled now. Today's lecture is about the Turk. They inhabit the land in the Anatolian region. They are disconnected from their fellow Turkic buddies. Their origins start as low-class slaves in Mongolia. They didn't do any hard labor, just clean toilets. One day some guy called Tungri led a mass revolt and took his slave brothers, escaping Mongolia. The escaped slaves became the origins of all Turkic people. Then Tungri grew a massive ego and ordered his followers to make a personality cult around him. He also happened to be a furry. The story of Mongols in Anatolia start with Iranians trying to civilize them, which unsurprisingly failed, resulting in Iran being conquered by the Proto-Roach. Meanwhile in Mongolia, Genghis Khan was pretty pissed at the fact that he lost his toilet cleaners. So he started pillaging and conquering shit to find new slaves. His invasion of Iran forced the Proto-Roach to immigrate to Anatolia. So that's how the Proto-Roach reached Anatolia. The story of the modern Turks started with a dilemma. Since they are naturally gay, when they reached Anatolia, the Proto-Roach started to sex the local Greek femboys, leaving no bussy for the Greek chads, who were then forced to mix with the single Proto-Roach women, creating the first Turks. This cycle ensured that the average Turk will always be 50% Mongol 50% Greek. In the early 1500s Arabs got tired of being the best, so they gave the Arab world to the Turkish swarm so they can rest. Grave mistake. For 3 centuries there was no civilization in the Middle East, only kebab and butt sex. When the Arabs returned, the Middle East was in ruins. In 1915 the Arab trolling happened, and the Arabs took the Middle East back. Or at least the good parts. This event is still the #1 Turkish Coke Tears producer. And now that history is covered we can move on to behavior. The modern Turk spends a lot of time arguing with everyone. They argue with Greeks about who is less gay. They argue with Iranians about who is less retarded. They argue with Armenians about whatever. And they are obsessed and jealous of the superior Arab race, so there is a lot of arguing there as well. If they spot an anti-Turkish meme, their Mongol genes will activate and they will start raiding the reply section. And finally, how to deal with one in the wild. If you are attacked by a violent roach, first reach for their balls, then